What is up, silver and gold stackers? Bar 911 and as always, I thank you guys for watching my channel. And if you are watching the gold and silver market right now, and if you are a buyer, you are very happy at this moment. And I'll tell you something right now, I haven't enjoyed watching the silver prices this much since basically when silver almost hit 50 in 2011. People are scared. It's totally understandable for people who don't really know what's going on in the world. I am the voice of reason on this. I may not get everything 100% right, but I'll tell you this much. If you can name one person that does, please give me their name, address, and phone number. I would love to move in with that person and listen to every word they have to say. With that being said, I just made a tiny little purchase of not only silver, but a little bit of gold. I only bought a quarter of an ounce, but that's all I can afford. But I got it when gold was at the around the 1376 mark, so I'm very happy about that. And I got the silver at around 2347. I was going to pull the trigger at 2318, but I thought when it got that low, it might actually hit the 22, so I was waiting a little bit. He who hesitates. So, I mean, considering I'm only off by maybe about 29 cents from the so far the low, I'm not really too disappointed in that. So, place the order. The funny part is, earlier this morning, I was on Goldmart checking the prices out. The shipping and handling was $8.95. They changed it to $15.95 by the time that I placed the order 3 hours later. I was seeing other people saying that some places, some websites, you were seeing Silver Eagles over $10 over spot. This is what I tell people. You wait last minute. They can lower these prices all they want, but you start seeing the bullion dealers, they're going to either not sell their items, they're going to charge extra for shipping, larger requirements for free shipping, higher spot prices, or no availability. So, you know what? Silver could drop to 15. I'll seriously doubt if anybody will be able to purchase it at 15. So that's why you have to really be careful about this. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm not worried about these prices short term. If you worry about it short term, you're going to drive yourself crazy. You're going to second guess yourself, and then you're going to get these trolls that come on here that say things like, oh, I told you it was going to go down, and I told you this, and I told you that. But meanwhile, you go on their channel, they have no videos, they make no predictions, and like I said, hindsight is always 20/20. But this is what I look at. Banks are taking gold as payment, like they did in Cyprus. They're taking gold as payment. That says that it's money, it has value. And if they were going to crash it too much lower, why would they take that now when they could just wait a little bit to take it? You see China buying crap ton load of gold. You see HSBC, they've been stockpiling tons of physical silver over the past year, year and a half. These things all tell me that this is a temporary situation. They're all preparing. They're buying at discounted prices, waiting for it to skyrocket. And like I've said before with the analogy, think of this as a game of pinball. For you to start playing the game, you first have to take that lever and pull it back. Once you let go, it snaps forward and the game is on. So for those of you who say, oh, well, I bought some at 40, bought some at 35, bought some at 30, I'm underwater. Well, if you bought it in the SLV, then absolutely you're underwater. But if you bought in physical silver, unless you sold it, you're not losing anything. And if 5 years from now, silver is 70, 75, 80, maybe even 45 an ounce, you still made a profit. You didn't make a loss. So what I tell people is don't think in dollars, think in ounces. And I learned that the hard way because back in the early days, even back when the silver was hitting that $50 mark, I really didn't understand what was going on like I do now. You know, with age comes wisdom, and with experience comes wisdom. So for those of you who are new at this, don't let the trolls scare you. They just have nothing better to do. I have people that I've seen that have been trolling everybody's websites for years. You know, those people I actually used to get annoyed with. Now I actually feel sorry for them. Because if that's their life, going from channel to channel, trying to talk down gold and silver like they really have some major impact, you know, you really have to feel sad for the kind of lives they must lead. I used to let it bother me. Now I think it's actually kind of funny. So for those of you who purchased today, great job. It could go down tomorrow. We don't know. But right, like I know, it's either at the point where that pinball lever is all the way back or it's almost there. And soon it's going to snap forward and you're going to see prices that you've never seen before. Now, That I'm not going to tell people that's going to happen tomorrow. The way this is rigged, that's not happening. But they're setting it up. They're trying to scare everybody out of the market. And that to me says it's the best time to buy. Because remember, like they say in any investment, buy low and sell high. The problem is if you don't know what you're doing, and like I said back when I first started doing this back in 2010, 2011, I didn't really know as much as I know now. They get you to ride this emotional roller coaster, and ultimately you end up buying high because you see everybody talking about it. That's not the best time to buy. That's the best time to sell or wait. So I've learned that lesson. Now you see the majority of people are selling, but they're selling at a loss, so they're not making much of a profit. So it's kind of silly to do that. But us that are smart and know what's going on now realize that when it's the time for everybody else to sell, that's the time for all of us to buy. But like I said, guys, I'm just telling you what I'm doing. If you feel this doesn't resonate with you, don't do it. If you're too scared to be in this, don't buy anything. If you can't handle waiting 2 or 3 years, maybe 5 years, then get out and find a better thing that makes you more comfortable. But, like I said, if you go back to the year 2000, look at what the prices of silver and gold were then. In the year 2000, gold was hovering between $250 and $300 an ounce, and silver was hovering between $3 and $5 an ounce. Look how much it's gone up since then. And that's only in the year 2000. You could bring it to the year 2005. You can go to the year 2008 when silver was around this price and gold was around 800, 900 to 1,000. You're still making money on this. You still are on the upside. You're going to have down times at certain times. But let me ask you this, people, especially the trolls that come around and try and spurt all this stuff of, ha ha, look at what you're losing, and they don't give any useful information. What would you be investing in right now? I would love to know because they never tell you what they're doing. They just try and mock people thinking that we're going to cry because some stranger we don't know left some ridiculous comment. It's just not as effective as they think it is. So I would love to know what other people think is a better investment than precious metals right now. It definitely isn't bonds. Definitely isn't the dollar. Definitely isn't the euro. So it's not that gold is this wonderful thing. It's just right now, what else is there that you can invest in? Something you might think. Something you might consider. All right, guys, thank you very much for watching. We are going to do, for the first time in Peaceland, we are going to do the eight-fingered piece. That's four on each hand, not eight on each hand. That's a lot of pieces. See you later. Have fun stacking.